Hello, you are most welcome. I'm teacher Ivan. I welcome you to our next lesson. We are still looking at the matrices. This is the fourth lesson. We have just looked at the addition and subtraction of matrices. Now we are going to look at multiplication of matrices. Multiplication is categorized into two. We have multiplying by a scalar and multiplying two matrices. We shall start with how we multiply a matrix by a scalar. So we are considering matrix M, which is given as 1, 2, 3, 0, being multiplied by a scalar k. A scalar means a number, or we can call it a constant. So this k can represent any numerical value. It can be 2, it can be 1, but not 0. So when we multiply a scalar by a matrix, this scalar multiplies each element of the matrix. It will multiply with 1 to get k. It multiplies with 2 to get 2k, multiplies with 3 to get 3k, and multiplies with 0 to get 0. So meaning that when multiplying a matrix by a scalar, the scalar multiplies each element of the matrix. Those are important principles or basics that we should always master in order to enjoy mathematics. So here the basic is, when multiplying a scalar by a matrix, the scalar multiplies each and every element of the matrix. As we've seen, k multiplied 1 to get k, it multiplied 2 to get 2k, multiplied 3 to get 3k, and multiplied 0 to get 0. So, for instance, we are going to multiply now matrix 5, negative 2, 3, 1 by a scalar 2. So, as we've seen that a scalar multiplies each element, therefore the 2, which is our scalar in this case, will multiply each and every element of this matrix. So it multiplies with the 5 to give us 10, multiplies with negative 2 to give us negative 4, multiplies with 3 to give us 6, and multiplies with 1 to give us 2. So still the principle remains, the scalar multiplies each and every element of the matrix. And therefore, we are now concluding on that. To multiply a matrix by a real number or a scalar, we multiply each element in the matrix by that number we are calling the scalar. And now that we know how we multiply a matrix by a scalar, let us look at examples which I would love you to try out. Since we have gotten the basics, we can always do this. They want us to find 2a plus 3b. One, we've seen how we add and subtract matrices. If at all you have just joined us, please go to our playlists, go to O-Level Mathematics, go to addition and subtraction of matrices. Watch that video, then come back and we enjoy. So we are going to first multiply matrix A by 2. Let's try the first one together so that you may try the rest alone. We are multiplying 2a and then plus 3b. So 2 and 3 are the scalars, and they are multiplying matrices A and B. So that is 2, where there is A, we write its matrices. That is 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 0, plus 3 into B, which is 3, 2, 1, 1, 0, 1, 2, And now these scalars are to multiply the elements of the matrices. That is to say, 2 multiplies 1 to get us to 6, 10. Then it multiplies with this to give us 4, 8, 0. Plus 3 does the same, multiplies each and every component of the matrix. So this is 9, 6, 3. This is 0, 3, 6. So that is now done. We are done with multiplying the matrices with the scalars. We are now going to look at how we add. We have seen how we add matrices. We are adding corresponding elements. 2 corresponds with 9, 6 corresponds with 6, 10 corresponds with 3. So we add according to the positions. That is 2 plus 9, then 6 and 6, then 10 and 3. Still the same applies down. 4 and 0, then 8 and 3, then 0 and 6. We must always leave spaces so that we maintain their positions. So that gives us 11, 4, 12, 11. This is 13, 6. So this is our final matrix, which represents 2A plus 3B. That is how we multiply by scalar and after add. Otherwise, after looking at how we do that, please, I request you to try out these numbers. You try out this. In this, we shall first add A plus B. After adding and getting a single matrix, we multiply it by 2. In this, we shall first subtract B minus C. After we multiply by 3, then we shall subtract the results. In number 2, it's the same thing. We are multiplying matrix A by a half. So multiply 4 by a half, 2 by a half, 0 by a half, negative 2 by a half. And then after we add 3n. So we first multiply this by 3 and then add on what we have gotten before. So you are trying that. In part B, they want us to get matrix P where or if 3m minus 2p equals 5n. We are making P the subject, whereby we can take this 2p the other side and 5n comes this side. So that we get 3m minus 5n equals to 2p. Then after that, we shall work out, get a single matrix and multiply it with a half. Remember, when we divide by 2 to remain with p, it's the same as multiplying by a half on both sides. So we shall multiply what we've gotten. Let us try it together. This is what I mean. We have 3m minus 2p equaling to 5n. So we are taking this the other side and then this one this side. So that we get 3m minus 5n gives us 2p. So we shall now substitute in our matrices because we have m and n. After obtaining a single matrix, that is after simplifying, we shall, let's say our matrix is AB, CD equals to 2p. Then we shall multiply by a half on both sides. So that we get P equaling to a half of ABCD. And now this a half is a scalar which will multiply each element to remain with P. So that's what we are going to do in this case. So please, you try that out. And now lastly, number 3, whereby we have 3 into this plus 2 into that equals to this. So they want us to get the values of A and B. So similarly, we shall multiply each element here by 3, then each element here by 2, and after add the 2. Then what we shall get will be equal to this. So there we shall consider corresponding elements and then find A and B. So please, let's try out. Otherwise, if at all you face any challenges, don't hesitate to write a comment. You can WhatsApp us, you can email us, or you can find us on other social media platforms. Otherwise, that will be the end of today's lesson. Please don't miss out our next lesson. I'm teacher Ivan. See you next time. Bye bye.